Live. What's up, hustlers? This is Paulo the Ford Hustler, back with another live stream, episode 4 of Young Hustlers. I am very honored to have Daniel Martin. Hey,
Hey
say hi.
everybody, what's going on?
He is a entrepreneur. He has a YouTube channel as well, and eBay store, and he also sells on Mercury. And
Yeah.
he's also a nursing student. So
And I do photography.
we will be talking about since I was moving towards the nursing industry, but things change. But so I'm really excited to have Daniel here and get to know him. So Daniel, if you want to start off by telling us who you are and what do you do, where do you sell on, how long have you been doing it, and anything you want to share.
Sounds good. Thank you for having me on here, Paulo. I appreciate it. I've known Paulo, I think, since he began his journey, correct? Since
Yeah,
0 subscribers and like little bit of followers on Instagram, and now he's coming up, and I'm proud to see him and his success and stuff like that. So I've been watching his interviews as well with other individuals, and I think that's pretty cool. Spreading knowledge and spreading information on the internet for free, which is good. So um, my name is Daniel Martin. I'm in nursing school and I resell items on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And it's mostly on eBay, but I am familiar, and I just sold a mug today on Mercari for $30, and I picked it up for $2. So I do have a little bit of experience with all platforms, and I'm willing to share that information, and I'm willing to show you guys how I do things and stuff like that. So on my channel, I have like nursing content, vlogs, just stuff that I do for fun, and reselling content, me going to garage sales and stuff like that. So if you guys can do me a favor, go ahead and subscribe, check out the channel, and I hope you guys really enjoy it.
awesome. Yes, the links to Daniel's channel will be down below, and his Instagram tag is also down below, so you can check that out for his
Yeah,
daily stories because you post a lot of tips and tricks that you can't really put into YouTube when you don't
yeah.
have time for it. So definitely check in with that. Um, I want to ask you about your eBay store. How long have you had it, and how much it costs to start one, and any
Yeah.
information you'd like to share about that?
So so when I started my eBay store, I think it was last September, and I was still skeptical with a lot of things. I mean, I was doing a lot of research, spending a lot of time on YouTube and the computer. I utilized Rally Roots. Their YouTube channel is very phenomenal and very, um, it gives you a lot of information for free, and it tells you kind of which brands to choose from, what they sell, how they sell it, how their operation is. And I also looked at Rake and Profit. I still follow him as well. He's very knowledgeable and has resold in the past and still does to this day. So he knows a lot of information, and he kind of gets out there and meets other resellers and interviews them, and also like they provide their information and their experience with it, which is helpful. And I've kind of just taken everyone's information and kind of molded it into my business model. And pretty much what I do is, I mean, when I started, I was just selling stuff in my house that I didn't use anymore and my family didn't use anymore. And I kind of used that capital to then go on to thrift stores, garage sales, and find things here and there. And I still have stuff that has not sold since last September, but some things have slowly sold, and I'm just gonna hold on to them and see what happens with it. But that's part of the game. That's one thing I didn't know at first, was just being very picky with items. I know that I was new to the game, and I knew that I was going to make mistakes. But now, like I just told Paulo backstage, that I wanted to become more picky with the items I choose. So basically, higher quality items, items that have a higher profit margin, stuff like that. So I think that's what's going to really lead to my success and where I want to go. So
Awesome. Yeah, I totally agree. Having that quick items that will quick faster, because you don't want that capital to be putting
tied
you
up.
in.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
for example, if you have a credit card and you spend $100 on thrifted items, right, and you don't
Yeah.
make that money back, you're gonna end up paying interest on those items, and that's not good.
Yeah,
So,
that's one of the things why I'm kind of hesitant about the credit cards, but I do plan on getting one in the future. I know you told me about it before that you use them, and I'm looking at it now. just to also build credit and have more, I mean, capital to spend. But the thing is, like, yeah, it does sometimes, like, if things don't sell, then your money's tied up and stuff like that. So recently I've been going to Ross, and the items are a little bit more expensive, but I mean, sometimes they sell, sometimes they don't. Like, I returned a couple things the other day that didn't sell. Like, I gave them about a 2-3 week span to sell, and if they didn't sell, I was just gonna return them for the full price. So that's one thing I do.
Awesome. Yeah, I've been looking into Ross as well. Their cleats, their football cleats
Yeah,
recently went on clearance, so I have like 7 pairs of those.
football
And
season is coming up.
yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. And then soccer season is coming up too, and
Hmm.
so those have a opportunity to sell. And also, there's baseball season coming up
Yeah,
too.
I just picked up actually, I'll show you guys right here.
Sure. Let me get on the chat. We got Thrift Store Gold in the house. What's up, Martin,
What's up?
Christina?
So this is it. I usually place everything in a clear poly bag. For example, with the warning label, as you guys can see. Whoops. And this is a size 13 inch length by 10-inch width. So I picked these up like in bulk, 200 at a time or so. And this is the glove I found. It was like $4.99 at the thrift store. It's pretty good condition. There's only a couple online, and I posted mine for a little bit higher, for about $54.99. And I already have like 5 watchers on it, so hopefully that should sell soon.
Nice. Wait,
Um,
you said how many of those do you have?
no, one, but on eBay I only saw a couple on there.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you
Yeah.
said you bought in bulk. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, no, no. I mean, I wish, but yeah.
Okay, okay. That's good. It's good to know. All right. Interesting. Um, so going back to the eBay store, what are the benefits of having an eBay store compared to having just the free account? I have the free account,
I
so
had the free account at first too, and then I started sourcing more, making more money, and buying more things, reinvesting. And I mean, it took me some time to like actually pay the $5 a month, because I pay $4.97 a month right now for about a year, and I'm able to list 100 items. And I thought, I mean, doing out pros and cons, and I thought it was very worth it. So I did that, and I'm still kind of hesitant on going the next step up, um, with like a larger store. So I'm kind of thinking about that, but it is a little bit more costly. I think about $18 a month or so. So I think I'm good with the 5 for now, and I'll pay like the 30-cent listing fee here and there, until then.
okay. So when you run your store, what is your policy, like returns, for example? How do you
I
deal with
I accept returns if they're still in the same condition, because eBay you kind of have to accept returns now. So you kind of have no choice. But I've never experienced like a bad return. I'm just kind of like, okay, no worries. Like, please return the item in the same condition I sent it to you, and I'll give you a full refund. And sometimes I'll offer a partial refund instead, so they don't have to do the return process. I usually offer that first. I'm like, okay, well, I'll refund you $10, um, or so, just some money back, and they usually accept that too. So.
Okay, that's good.
I just did that recently with some shoes. I sold them for about $45, and they were saying that the pictures weren't like the actual shoe. And I'm like, oh, sorry for the discrepancy. Like, oh, I can do a partial refund, and they're like, okay, that's fine. So
So when
$10 back, and I still
so when
made
you
some money
do,
off of it.
oh, okay, okay. So
Yeah.
when you do partial refund, did you ask them like how much they're willing to accept, or
No,
you?
I state the amount first. Yeah. I
Yeah.
usually start low, like $10 I'll start, depending on the item. So I mean, just gives you some wiggle room to go up a little bit. So.
Mhm. Okay. And when you do accept returns, the buyer has to pay shipping, right?
In most cases, I believe so. Yeah, there's some cases where when you accept the return, you have to. I had to send the label out one time. I don't know why, but it was like a $4 label for them to return the item, and they still got like their money back,
Hmm.
like full amount. So I was like, okay, oh well, I'll take the hit. $4.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be a loss on my books. I
yeah.
put it on the spreadsheet. Oh, okay. Interesting. So we got Martin and Christina. They ask a question. How was your guys' weekend? How's your weekend?
It was good. Spent time with the family, the girlfriend, the dogs. So it was pretty good. Sales wise, it was a little bit slower this weekend. I think throughout the week it was a little bit more busy, but for me it was a little bit slower.
Yeah, for me it was a bit slow as well, but I also worked, so I have money guaranteed.
Yeah.
For sales, I sold a discontinued gel pad for $42. I got it for $6 in Walgreens, so after fees, it was like a $30 profit.
Paulo with the big profits now, huh? There's
Yeah,
levels to
you
this.
gotta scan everything.
There's levels to this, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. But you also have some pretty good
Oh
flip.
yeah. Yeah.
You flipped a suit for $100. Well, if you could tell us more about that,
The
like a
suit.
yeah, like a
Oh, it was
diving.
like a wetsuit. Yeah, like a
Yeah,
body
what
glove wetsuit.
ski
I
diving.
paid $9.99 at a Goodwill in San Jose at the time, and it was kind of just by the dressing room. So that's one place where people don't kind of look. Like I kind of look inside the dressing rooms. I know it's kind of weird, but people leave items in there that are kind of like pretty good items. So that's a little tip for you guys. And they have like a rack outside sometimes where people kind of just look over. So you can go ahead and look through the items they have on there as well. That depends on which Goodwill you're at or which thrift store you're at. But yeah, I sold it for $9.99 on eBay. I sold it for $95 on eBay. I had it for 110, and I just took an offer at $95. I held on to it for about, I think, what, 4 months or so. So I just kind of wanted to move the inventory and make a good profit. And I just realized in this business you can't get greedy and expect like the full offer at all times. Because on eBay, I don't know about for me, I don't know about for you guys, but for me, when I accept like a little bit lower offer or I accept just an offer um, that's below my asking price, I have like a kind of like a burst of sales, like 2 or 3 sales after that. So that's just my experience with it. So that's why I usually am pretty giving. Like if I'm still gonna make some money and then I know that more offers are gonna come, more sales are gonna come after, so I just accept it.
Yeah, man, I feel the same way. Like there's something with the the eBay algorithm
Yeah.
makes those sales come in. I guess it just makes it. Have you been doing promoted listings as
I
well?
do, yeah. I promote all my listings, depending on the item, usually at 1 to 2%. And then here's a tip. Let me give you guys a secret. If you get an offer that's lower than what you're expecting, you're still and you're still gonna make money off of it, and you're willing to accept that offer. Go to your mobile app on eBay or your computer, and go to edit promoted listing. I know they just added this feature to the app, and you could take off the promoted listing so you don't have to pay that fee and then you can accept the offer right after and you don't have to pay that fee.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Because I've been doing promoted listings as well, but I couldn't turn it off unless I ended it and then relisted it. But you're
No, yeah,
saying
if you can end them, yeah.
you can.
I
Oh,
can
okay,
I'll show you here
sure.
because everything's
And
better when someone shows you, right? So I have the eBay app here. Oops. Oops. Let's go to my eBay. Let's see. See, I have every item on here is kind of promoted. You see promoted under right here. So what I would do, saying if I got an offer on this item, I would go back to the item here, and I would go to edit promoted listing, and then see, I'd have to pay 55%. I mean, sorry, 55 cents because of the ad, which is at 1%, like I just told you guys. And then if you press stop promoting, and then you go back and accept the offer, you won't have to pay the 55 cents.
wow, that's a really good tip, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And this helps like on more expensive items as well. Um, for example, like I sold some Yeezys that I used to wear, but I kind of don't wear them anymore. So I sold them for about $400 on eBay, and I promoted that item, and it would have been I think $4 or $5.
Oh yeah,
So I'm like, I accepted the offer. It was like I think 390, and then accepted the offer, stopped the promoted listing, and I kept that money as well. So that was pretty cool.
nice, man. That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Pretty smart. Thanks for showing us that.
Yeah, no problem. Anything.
We got a lot of Josh in the house. What's up, Josh? How you
What's
doing?
up, Josh?
Thanks for stopping by. I'm sure you're busy with the move.
I enjoy his channel. Everyone go check it out. He posts
Oh
what he
yeah,
sold and stuff like that. I want to start posting those as much as I can.
yeah, because that's when the money is,
Yeah.
what actually sold. So thank you, Josh. All right, so let's get into the third question. How's nursing school going for you?
Right now I'm on a break, but I did have I'm doing a ADN, so a community college to a Cal State program. And I had summer classes which weren't too bad. You just there from like 10 to 5 p.m. on one day, so Tuesday, and then you go home, do your work, stuff like that. A lot of computer work, a little bit of reading here and there, and I passed, so that's good. Um, and then I start tomorrow actually for my third semester of nursing school, so I'm pretty excited for that. I'm gonna put reselling on hold a little bit, but I'm still gonna be doing it. I just want to focus on that coming up this fall. So
Awesome, man. We wish you luck for
thank you,
that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it is somewhat tough. I only made it to the anatomy and physiology series, and I decided to maybe I'll get back into it later on.
Yeah, you can always get back into it. That's the thing about education and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. It's
So
not worth the student debt right now, which I don't
I
have
know,
that,
yeah,
but
I do, I do, yeah.
okay. Um, yeah, but what do you think is the future of healthcare in your perspective?
I mean, the future is just, I mean, it's headed towards online. Like they have like the online interviews and where like you can have an online appointment and literally like me and you talking is like a healthcare physician or a nurse and then the client speaking together. And you're like able to show, like your wound or whatever you're having an evaluation for, which is, it's incredible. Because before it was just like, don't do anything on like electronics, like it's bad, stuff like that. But now it's kind of making its way into the healthcare field. And I don't know, I feel like we need a lot more males per se in the healthcare field because individuals are heavy, and I mean, women are strong. They use two women at the same time, but people are pretty heavy nowadays, especially in the United States. Obesity is a big epidemic here, and you kind of need that strength, that manpower. So
Yeah, yeah, I agree, and we'll talk about your CNA experience here. But before that, I want to shout out some people in the house. We got Uniquely Me. What's up, Tracy?
hey,
How you
Tracy,
doing, Tracy? Yeah,
nice to meet
definitely
you.
subscribe to Tracy. She's a reseller as well. I enjoyed your little show you had last night. I was laughing at it. It was funny. So definitely check that out, and feel free to promote your channels and your Instagrams as long as they are reselling related. So I'm okay with that. Um,
Uniquely me. It's kind of spelled uniquely too, huh? Huh.
yeah, it
That's
is. It
cool.
is unique. Awesome. So, yep. Anyways, I wanted to get back with your CNA experience. So I was a CNA 2 years ago. I was a CNA for 4 months, which is a certified nursing assistant. So you're pretty
Mhm.
much helping the registered nurse, which you are going to school for, and with lifting the patients, feeding the patients, bathing the patients, and whatever
All the hard work, right?
yeah, the activities of daily living. So whatever was that. But I um I was at the night shift, so it was from 10 p.m. to 6 in the morning, and I was pretty much in charge of looking at 22 patients for it's a whole wing. So there's three CNAs at
Mhm.
night, and there was three wings, three different sections, and one wing was like 22 patients. And not all of them, went to sleep at night. So
Yeah, definitely. And
you
they
have
all different times and
yeah, that were falling, and patients that were, I need this, I need that. It takes a lot of work, but I was wondering what's your experience so far as a CNA?
when I didn't really work as a CNA. I did it for the points um, on my registered nursing application because in California it's kind of points based. The higher points you have, the more chance you'll have to get into the program. So, but I did have like experience when I was doing like the CNA hours you need, and I mean, I feel like there are a lot of CNAs who are really too relaxed and they need like a refresher on their skills and stuff like that. But then again, everyone was taught differently. But I feel like there is certain ways to do things, and people kind of just take matters into their own hand and think they know better than doing things like the right way just because it takes a minute longer, 2 minutes longer. So that's my experience. And I mean, first day on like the clinical site, uh, I was in charge of helping another guy on the with his patient, and she kind of was bed rest, so she couldn't move or anything like that. We had to move her, use the Hoyer lift and stuff like that. So she kind of like, I'm gonna say she had her period as well. Like she was bleeding from her. She didn't have her period. She was just bleeding from her vaginal area, and she pooped. So she had diarrhea and then bleeding, and we had to clean her and try stuff like that. But once you walked in that room, oh my goodness, the smell was horrendous. Like I can still remember it. Like I can still smell it under. I don't know. It was a disgusting smell, and we had to hold our breaths. Like we had to like, we couldn't make faces. We couldn't do anything just because she was looking at us. You know, like you don't want to make her feel like she smells bad because she probably knows she does. You know. So I mean, I just kind of held it in. But after that, I'm like, dang, if I smelled that and if I saw that, I mean, I can't handle anything. You know. So that was kind of like my biggest experience. And other people, I mean, when you talk to them, they tell you their stories and stuff like that, how they got there. And it's pretty good just to like build a relationship with others and learn from others, and gain information from the wise, I'd say. So
Yeah, I had a similar experience. My first clinical for CNA, and I was like, if I couldn't handle this, how can I be a nurse, you know?
yeah,
And you just get like used to it, and you just develop these relationships with these
yeah. I
patients.
kind of think of it like, just to make things not as worse when I'm doing things. I just think of it like, oh, if this was my family, like if this was my family, like I'd want them to have the best care. Like I want them to be cleaned as much as possible, and like that's why I feel like um, my mentality is like I can do it all because like this is my family and I'm gonna take care of them to the best of my ability. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You got to look at that perspective because it can be like when I did it 2 years ago, it was so stressful. It's back breaking work.
yeah, it
Um,
definitely is.
Not only do you have to watch over your patients, but when your coworker goes on lunch, you got to look after his or her patients as well.
Yeah,
So, and you got to learn to work together so that if you have their back, then they can have your back as well.
exactly.
But, yeah, personally, it was a really good experience. However, I would not sacrifice my health too far.
Yeah,
The sleep part and the lifting part. Um, but personally, yeah, I do enjoy that experience. It was very rewarding. After the shift, after an 8-hour shift, you're just really tired and you
yeah,
feel better because you did your job as the best you can.
yeah,
Yep. Anyways, let's get back into reselling. So thank you so much for sharing that information, and
yeah. No problem.
we're very interested in that. In terms of your biggest flip, what is the most you've made on a single sale, and how much you paid for it, how much you profited after fees and
I,
shipping? What
I
was
think
it?
I have that on my Instagram. Like I said, I post like usually the big items I sell on my Instagram page. So if you guys want to go ahead and check it out, it's underscore Daniel Martin with two N's. So underscore DANIEL MARTINN. And I kind of post like my sales on my story. So you can't really post that on YouTube. And I just do that to like inform others what things are going for, and if they come across it, what they can sell it for. And like I said, I post the more bigger profited items I sell on my Instagram page. So let me show you guys here. Um, so recently I bought these like Wi-Fi system, and I think it's like just an extender, Wi-Fi extender. These were literally at the Goodwill for $5 a piece, and I sold them for 162.99, and they sold like the next day, the next 2 days, I think. So that was a good flip. And then when I had just got started, this what kind of got me started into reselling, just because I saw the potential after this flip. Um, Here, as you guys can see, sorry for the glare, it was this Seen It Harry Potter game. I picked this up for $3.70 at the Salvation Army, and I flipped it for $154.99. And yeah, that was my biggest flip, I believe, to this day. And that's what kind of got me started into this. And I saw like a real big potential of making a lot of money with reselling. So ever since then, I've been kind of getting at it. And I mean, some days you're not going to find things, some days you are, some days you'll find more than others. But yeah, you just got to be consistent and kind of change your mindset and just say, like, I'm going to find some stuff today, like today's going to be a good day at the thrift. Like, I'm going to find things, I'm going to find things. And what kind of helps me as well, like I tell myself, I'm going to make sales today. I'm going to make sales. I know something's going to sell, and something does sell. So it's kind of crazy just putting that energy and that having that mindset to, like, you're going to do these things and they happen. So
Awesome, man. Yeah, definitely follow Daniel on his Instagram. I linked it up on the screen.
And
Uh,
sorry, with that mindset, how I just told you, like, things are gonna sell if you tell yourself things will sell, and
yeah,
like you believe in it. Yesterday, I didn't sell anything this past weekend, but yesterday, last night, when I kind of went on my late night drive to, like, clear my mind and kind of get remotivated, I told myself, like, something's gonna sell tomorrow. Watch, I bet you anything. And then I told you that mug sold on Mercari, which has been there forever, and all of a sudden it, like, decides to sell. So it was kind of ironic, I guess, as you guys can see. Sold this mug I've had for like 3 months or so on Mercari, for $30, and I paid $199. So that was a good flip.
awesome. That's awesome. So for selling on Mercari, does I heard that the buyer pays the shipping. How does that work?
You can offer free shipping. I know sellers who offer free shipping just to, like, sell their items faster. I usually have the buyer pay for shipping. For instance, this buyer paid $5.25 for shipping, so I don't have to pay anything. I just kind of print out the label, put it on the box, protect it well, and I'm good. So that's the thing I like, and I usually don't offer free shipping on Mercari.
Awesome. Cool.
How
So
about you? Do you start to cross? Did you start to cross list like Poshmark, Mercari, and stuff like that?
I started cross listing for shoes between Goat, StockX, and well, not StockX because you actually have to sell it, but
Yeah.
between Goat and eBay. Yeah, for the cleats that I bought.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I know. I stopped cross listing. Um, I think about 2 weeks ago. I need to find a better way to do that, because I was just doing it through my phone, and it's pretty fast, but it is a little bit more time consuming. And when I went to visit Christopher at the Daily Refinement, go ahead and check him out, his YouTube out. He has good information, and he has a store of, I think, 7,700 items, and within 3 storage units he works from, and he has 2 employees, and he's just killing it. He also went to eBay Open, so if you guys want to go ahead and check him out at the Daily Refinement on YouTube. And he was showing me, like, his process, and he kind of just has the pictures he takes with his iPhone, and once he has those pictures, he airdrops it to his computer, and then he finds the airdrops photos, and he kind of, like, copies all of them, and then he'll have the 3 pages open. So he'll have eBay, the listing open, he have the Poshmark and Mercari listing page open, and he just dragged the photos there, copies the title for each one, and he puts the title in the description as well, and just puts, like, a small description. So used in good condition, no rips or tears or stains, stuff like that, and no box, or if comes with the original packaging. And he just does free shipping for everything, just to have a higher, I think, selling rate. And yeah, I'm gonna start doing that. So let's see how that works.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely checked Chris Daily Refinement's channel. He's pretty cool. He's
Yeah,
pretty well
yeah,
spoken
he
guy.
is. I mean, but he does have a lot of videos, so it does come with time and, patience and practice.
Yeah. Yeah. So I want to get back to the chat really quick. Tracy says, y'all handle things that I probably couldn't. Bless you too. Thank you, Tracy. We appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah, believe you
Yeah.
can handle it. anyone can handle it. You just gotta tell your mind you can handle it.
Yep. Yeah, I only did it for 5 months, but it's one of my treasured experiences because it definitely got me into nursing as well. So yeah. Yeah,
I
we
just
got
followed you
Noah.
back. Thank you for following me.
We got Noah in the house. What's up, Noah? How you doing? How's business? Definitely check out Noah's channel. Click on his name and click on his channel and subscribe to his channel. He has wonderful content about wholesale and drop shipping as well. Yep. And Tracy says she just follow you. Yep. Awesome. Yep. Feel free to subscribe to each other and support each other.
Definitely, I'll go back in the chat and figure out who everyone is.
Yeah. Awesome. We got Dustin and Ray, Nashville Flippers. You know Dustin and Ray, right?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up? Definitely check out their live stream. Yesterday, they did a live stream about selling Funko Pops on eBay and what to look for. So definitely check out for that and subscribe to their channel. They're doing a giveaway at 300 subs. Massive giveaway. So definitely check them out. And Noah says, doing well, man. How are you? We're doing well. Doing well. It's good to be alive. So thank you. And we'll get back to the sixth question. So what does reselling mean to you, Daniel?
So I started reselling, or I came upon reselling when I had no job. I was just in school and I was doing that full time. And there were things I wanted to do, places I wanted to go, things I wanted to buy. I had a girlfriend, so it was pretty hard to like take her places and stuff like that, and show her how much I cared and stuff like that. So I came across YouTube. And I came across reselling, and I just put a lot of time in, a lot of effort, and just figuring out what items to buy, what brands, how to do things, how the process went. And it kind of did change my life really, because I found another stream of income that was like accessible at all times. It just really depended on how much work you put in and how much hours you put in. So that's the one thing about reselling that has kind of, I guess, changed my life a bit. I'm able to make, I guess, $300 to $700 a month. It just varies every month and depending on how much work I put in. So
Outstanding.
yeah.
So looking at yourself 5 years from now, where do you want to be?
I want to be making lots of sales. I want to have at least an employee or two, and that's kind of just helping me take photos while I'm out there sourcing and gathering items, or like making the phone calls and stuff like that. But I don't want it to get too big, where I'm in over my head and I can't control things and stuff like that. Maybe have a storage unit or find like a storage place where I can house the items. Um, I just want to be more organized as well, which I'm working on now. And yeah, I kind of want to keep it, as cost efficient as possible. I don't want the cost to be excessively high. And I want to just, reap the benefits and, make the profit. So
Awesome. So is nursing also part of that reselling future?
yeah, the good thing about nursing, at first is going to be kind of difficult, like when I first get my job and stuff like that. But I feel like once I get a job at a hospital or wherever I end up getting a job, I can work 3 to 4 days a week and then have the rest of the time to focus on reselling. So it kind of gives me something to do, another hobby, and allows me to be more productive and work on myself, because there are things I want to venture to in the future, like real estate and stuff like that, that I have kind of just been having the background now, that I've been watching YouTube videos on, doing some research on. And when that time comes, like I want to go ahead and have the reselling business here, an employer or two, finding items and stuff like that. And then I could focus on other ventures.
Awesome, man. So probably doing your nursing job, right? And then having the eBay or Amazon, and then your employees in the warehouse. And how about other streams of income? What kind of other streams of income are you interested in?
So what I do now, I also do photography. So like I'll do ads and promotions for local businesses. I will do pictures, like maternity pictures, senior portraits. I mean, just if people want a photo shoot, then they let me know, and then I charge them for that. It's pretty good. It's just a matter of like if you have a lot of time on your hand, be able to do that, and it's pretty good money. So I don't know, and I just learned another skill as well by doing it.
Awesome. That's
And
pretty
then
cool.
the goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers, so I'm hoping on that. I'm putting the work in, and with that, hopefully YouTube will be monetized. And I just joined the Amazon affiliate program. I think I made like $3 so far, but that's slowly rising. So
Awesome, man. Yeah, definitely have those taken care of and in your links and all that.
hmm
Yeah, awesome. So definitely, if you have subscribed, definitely go into the description and click on Daniel's link and subscribe to his channel. You would not, you will not regret it. You will not regret it. Trust me.
And then
Yeah.
one of the things I like to do as well is just like to provide value. That's kind of like why I created the YouTube channel. I did the vlogs like for me, just to look back on. But one thing I try to include in each video is just like one piece of valuable information that you could implement in your life. Depending if that's like reselling or eating healthier, working out, stuff like that. So I try to just make sure to put one valuable piece of information, sometimes multiple, in each video. So.
Yeah, definitely. If I will say something, so there's a video Daniel made about getting eBay reviews from buyers, and the thing that I learned from it is right after Daniel sells an item, Daniel will send an email or a message to the eBay buyer, and something like, "Oh, it shows that the tracking shows that your item has been delivered.
Yep.
We were wondering what your feedback is." And I've been implementing that to my eBay account as well, and it's pretty surprising because a lot of the buyers would actually leave you good feedback for checking up on them. So
Yeah.
that's something I learned from you, and I
And
really
that
appreciate that.
Thank you. And that's like one how do I say it? That's one thing you don't have to pay for, because I know people pay for email subscription, things like that, and sending the buyers once they've received the item like another email. And like I said, I'm trying to be as cost effective and reap the benefits of the profit of my work. And just taking the time to literally create like a template that says, like I said, thank you for your purchase. It has shown that the item was delivered, and we are hoping to see what you think about the items. Your feedback is very valuable. Literally copy that, paste it, send it to each buyer as a message, and then you look what happens. Trust me, you guys will be surprised.
Yeah, I agree, and I like the way you worded it.
Yeah,
You're not just sending a message just to get the feedback, right? You're sending a message to check up on the buyer and to see if they actually received the item.
exactly.
The tracking already shows that it was already received, so you wanted to check up on them to see if they like it or enjoy the product, and you were wondering if they can leave you a positive feedback as well.
Yeah.
So that is something I've definitely implemented, and I've seen a jump in positive reviews. So that is something I learned from Daniel,
Yeah.
and definitely check out his videos. Link is in the description.
And I feel like it makes it more personal, like you're just not a business, and you're not kind of like a robot, and anything is not automated. You're kind of just like, you actually want to know what the buyer thinks, and um, you're not being pushy. Depending on how you word it, you have to word it carefully. If you're just saying, "Oh, please leave me your like positive feedback," or just say like, "Hey, your feedback is very important." So you can't really be too pushy with it. People don't like that. People will like give you negative feedback just because you're saying like, "Hey, give me a 5-star feedback." I hate when sellers do that. They're just kind of either they implement a card, "Hey, please give me a 5-star feedback," or like I don't know. It's too pushy, you know, too like in your mouth. You kind of just want it to be like a soft like your
Mhm.
feedback is important.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah,
It sounds a bit desperate for me,
definitely.
and I wouldn't want that either. I wouldn't. It feels like you're asking for bad feedback if you're doing that, and that's something you don't want to have.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How
All
about
right.
eBay Open? Do you guys plan on going to eBay Open soon in the future?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Once we
I
wrap
want to
up.
go soon. Maybe like we can all link up and have like a vacation or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely in Vegas. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to shout out some people in the chat. Thrift Store Goal says we're back. Thanks for
Hello.
again. We got 7 people in the house, so thank you so much for joining
That's
us.
awesome. Yeah.
Thanks for a shout out anytime. You're also on my wall. National Flippers and Daniel Martin. Oh, hold
Awesome.
on. You're right there, man. These are people I look up to. These are people who I learn from. So definitely check them out. Look them up on YouTube. And Thrift Store Gold says, should we do a giveaway soon? What do you think, Daniel?
Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. Do it.
Yeah. We'll be hopefully you guys go live today. I always like it when you guys go live. Keeps me in good company when I'm, listing or doing cleaning the room. Nashville Flipper says, how was the wedding? Thrift Store Gold. Yeah, definitely let us know. And Thrift Store Gold says, fun, had a great time working on the blog now. Awesome. Tracy says, what is Daniel's channel's name? It's on the description below.
Check it out.
Yep. And Noah says, it's the feedback on Amazon that I have trouble with. People just don't leave reviews.
I feel like it's a harder process with Amazon. I don't know why. Like when I went to go back to leave reviews on items that I purchased, and it just takes too long. Like they want to know what the title is for your review. They want to know like a description. I'm just like, dude, like I don't have time for this, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree, man. I agree. Yeah.
They need to shorten that process down a little bit.
Yeah, it's much more like professional for Amazon, but for eBay, it's like, okay, click on this button for the green for positive, red for bad, and a couple of words, whatever. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I highly agree on that. Yeah, and Nashville Flipper says that sounds awesome. Let's go. There's a reseller meetup here in Nashville, 23rd.
Got bubble wrap. Oh my goodness, this is crazy.
Where'd you get it? How much?
I bought it on eBay actually for like $27 or $25.
Nice. Yeah, I get it on eBay as well.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
Tax free. Yep, Nashville Flipper says they have a reseller meetup 23rd and 24th. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
I feel like it's a lot bigger on the East Coast.
Yeah, with
like
Steve
reselling and stuff like that.
Connecticut and it's pretty cool. Yeah. But I also remembered you started a little group, right, Daniel?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could tell us more about your group and what
the new the entrepreneur thing.
Yeah.
I kind of put that on pause just because it's more of like a local thing. And literally like I've been like business is like within me and I've liked business. I enjoyed all aspects of it like my whole life. And the goal is to like own a business. I don't know what. And I mean, eBay stumbled upon me and that's one of the businesses that I will own. And I don't know, I just did it for locals in the area that needed more direction and wanted to network with people who own businesses in the area. So people would come to like a monthly meetup. We talk about goals, stuff like that. It was free of charge. It was just kind of an outlet for them to be creative and speak aloud, speak how they feel, talk about what they do. Kind of a way to give themselves credit and like people like to give them credit. And it just really like helps them feel like their work is being, it's paying off for them. So, and they're able to provide value and help others as well at the same time. And that was going good for a minute, but there was like a couple months where no one showed up and I was just there. I'm just like, all right, like maybe now's not the time, but it would always be there in the future. I'll open it up. And in the works I have planned like a local, I guess a meetup. So like at like a local bar. So we're going to have, an event, me and my buddy, where we're going to have speakers at the event of local businesses. And we're going to talk about like social media and how that has affected their business and some of the troubles and issues that they're facing and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be a good place to bring it all back together. Oops.
Awesome. So what kind of people have you met through this group that you created, and what are
I
their
met a lot of different people. I met people who have a business fixing iPhones. I met people who do drop shipping. I met people who have businesses, like three multiple businesses for like healthy smoothies and healthy foods, healthy bowls. Who else have I met? People who do like baked potatoes, loaded baked potatoes, and they kind of like go to different events within the community. Um, who else have I met? Other resellers as well. A couple other resellers that do it kind of like at a smaller scale, and people who do like hair, like eyebrows, waxing, that have been very been successful with that. People who are into like taxes, who want to open up their own tax agency in the future and finance agency. Um, Another individual or a couple that were opening up their own clothing business line, and they're still doing that. I have plans to take pictures for like their items soon, so I'm really looking forward to that. And it's really opened up a lot of like opportunities and meeting new people. And I don't know, networking is very important. Definitely.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome, man. That's pretty cool that you formed this, and then now you've been able to meet these different types of people and their backgrounds and in business, and being
Yeah.
able to learn from them. That's pretty cool.
Thank
And
you.
you have a Instagram page for your group, right?
Yeah, I do, but like I said, it's on pause right now. I haven't updated anything, but you guys can check it out. It's called like the New Age Entrepreneurs. I'll go ahead and place the Instagram
It's awesome.
on in the chat. But it was pretty cool. I really liked it. Like it gave me a spot to like be myself, and because I mean, you can be on a computer all day, and sometimes it kind of sucks. Like for weeks, you're on a computer by yourself. I mean, talking to people on social media isn't the same as like that face-to-face human contact.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome.
Should we open the floor to questions? Maybe they have questions for us or things they want to ask, and we can answer them.
Yeah. If
Let's do
any of
that.
you guys have any questions, feel free to comment them below. For now, let me shout out some people. We got Rosie's Closet. She says hello
What's up,
there.
Rosie?
Definitely subscribe to Rosie. She's on YouTube as well. Click on her name and subscribe to her channel. And yep, everyone's saying hi to each other, subscribe to each other, follow each other, support each other. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below for Daniel, and Daniel will answer them. So my last question for you, Daniel, is what kind of reseller tips do you have for a complete beginner? Complete beginner.
Complete beginner. I would say to isolate yourself for a while and check out Rally Roots, check out Thrift Store Gold, check out Rake and Profit. I know RVA Flips is a pretty good channel. Garage Flips has a good channel. And just study. Take a lot of time to study and figure out how to go about things. I feel like the most complicated portion about eBay is just shipping. You are going to need like a shipping scale. I paid about 25 bucks for this one right here. It's like a Accutech one, and you're able to like put the box on here and have this display somewhere else, which is very useful. And it goes up to 110 pounds as well. Let's see. And I mean, I just have like this old box that I use for all my other supplies. You're gonna need a good pair of scissors, some tape. I use the HD clear tape. This is very good tape because I can put it over the barcode and then they don't have any issues with it. I bought these like thank you for your business little stickers just for added touch. You're gonna need a measuring tape for sure. Let's see what else you're gonna need. You're gonna need either like a Dymo, like a thermal printer, or a regular printer, which I use. I haven't purchased the Dymo or anything yet, just because I feel like I can use that money elsewhere right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And you're just gonna need a lot of time, like I said, to like figure out which brands to choose from, figuring out which stores and stuff are in your area, how you're gonna go about this, because it is difficult if you live in a place rural and you can't like go to these stores or go to thrift stores or have no garage sales in your area. So that's one thing that will constrict you from like making an eBay business. But if you're able to think outside the box, I mean, purchase pallets and stuff like that, and you're able to do it as well. But like I said, just take time to yourself and really study about eBay and learn about everything.
Awesome. And in terms of learning, from these YouTubers like yourself and
Mhm.
everyone on the chat, do you really need to pay for a course? What do you think?
I've never paid for one. I feel like some of them are like scams, but people preach about them. But I mean, I feel like I don't need one right now. I think I'm okay. Um, but yeah, I mean, I discourage people from getting them just because I mean I've never purchased one before, so I don't know what's on them. But it's a lot of money up front, and I mean if you're willing to invest that money in yourself and you're willing to see what's out there, what people have to say, go ahead and invest the money. You know, it's your money, and it's at the end of the day you're gonna do what you want with it. But I did it with just free items using YouTube and the internet.
Yeah, right on. I agree, man. If you're a person in debt right now, like thousands of dollars in debt, and you're trying to get into selling on eBay and trying to make money, and if you're gonna buy like a $2,000 course, after that, you're gonna be in more debt.
Yeah,
Like what I'm saying is, if you plan to just learn and just type up how to sell on eBay, or look up Daniel's videos or Rally Roots, all
yeah,
this free information on YouTube. You do not need a course, maybe for like wholesale or
yeah. Like the
those,
more complex kind of things.
yeah, yeah. Those you can invest in courses later on, but for basic selling on eBay, how to ship on eBay, how to list on eBay, those are videos that you can, look it up online for free, and there are constantly YouTubers that update those videos as well. Because
Yeah,
probably
I want to start making more videos like that, like more of like what shipping supplies I use and more information based on reselling. I just haven't got to that yet, but more videos will be coming, so be sure to subscribe.
awesome,
And it
man. So,
says, Lotta Josh
yeah,
says, we're
go
able
ahead.
to interact with Chris's employees. Oh, there you go. Yes, I was able to talk to them. I was able to speak with them, ask them questions. I asked them what they did and what their kind of task and their role was to do there. A lot of them just came for a couple days and they were in charge of like listing, I think, 15 to 30 items within that time period. And then Chris went ahead and paid them like in cash. What else? One of them didn't want to be on the camera, so I didn't record that. But the other one did, and the other one was in charge of kind of like the management portion, like overseeing everything and making sure everything's good to go. He was in the process of creating like a for new employees when they come in, so they want to have like a chart or like just like a process tool of like what to do step by step. So they were in the making of that, and that was kind of cool to see. Biggest takeaways, I'd say organization. You need to figure out a way to organize all your stuff. He said that he has a lot of items, but if it were up to him, he'd have less items with a higher profit margin, just because he's able to control it more and he's able to have better quality items in his stores. Um, let's see. I would say don't limit yourself. Like even though you think you're small now, it doesn't mean like you'll be small forever. It'll be like this forever. I would say just thinking outside the box, changing your mindset, and telling yourself like more is to come. Like things will get bigger. Um, what else? Any other big takeaways from the visit? I would say is just starting with what you have. He expressed that a lot too. He started from his home, and then I believe it went from like the garage. He filled up the garage, and then it went from one storage unit to two to three. So anything's possible. But when you're starting out, start off small. Use what you have. Sell items you don't use anymore. Just generate more capital to reinvest in the business. And I don't have all the fancy equipment like the dymos and like I know those rollers are nice too. I'm probably gonna get one in the future, but I just use what I have right now, and I feel like that's good enough for me at the time. I go to Costco, I buy the white paper, the copy paper in bulk, and I just buy the cheap knockoff or the unbrand name printer ink on Amazon in like a big pack, black ink, and I think I'm good with that for now.
Awesome. Thank you, Josh, for that question, and thank you, Daniel, for answering it. The
Thanks all
last
for the question.
last question for that is, so how does shipping go? Because he has employees, right? And then
Yeah.
he's in a storage unit. How does the shipping go? Who ships it?
So all his operation is based off these one storage unit. So they have like a lighting photo booth set up, and then they have like the organized storage behind them on the walls on shelves and boxes, and then they have the printer there, and they use like a generator kind of thing, like an electrical generator that is able to power the whole unit with the lights and the computer for charging, the iPhone for pictures, and the Dymo for printing. So what he does, he kind of has like a little shipping station at the end of the storage unit at the opening, and he has like the USPS boxes where you're able to just carry into the USPS, and they have like the label on there. And he just has all his supplies there at the edge of his storage unit, and just kind of ships everything from there.
Awesome. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So is Chris doing the shipping once it gets sold, or is his
He's like, I mean, he oversees everything, but he like does get his hands dirty. He's like not there just to like watch and pick what people are doing. Like he's actually involved, you know, like he created it, but he's, I would say, a little bit less involved just because he has the employees now. But he has more freedom just because of the employees, and he's able to do other things. But yeah, like he's still hands on. He was showing me how he does the photos, and he was testing out his own process, and you know, getting down to the business of things. So that was good
awesome?
to see.
Pretty cool. We also have Shmiji's Thrift on the chat.
What's
Hello.
up, Shmiji's Thrift?
Thanks for joining us. Definitely subscribe to his channel. Click on his name and subscribe to his channel. He had a video yesterday that he came out with, and it's pretty cool with his flips. And if you follow him on Instagram, he has wonderful stories on the stuff he flips and the stuff he finds at the thrift store and the comps for them right away. So definitely check out
I just subscribed to him.
Awesome. Yeah. And I'm sure he'll subscribe to you too.
And I subscribe to Rosie. I'm subscribing to everyone in the comments down below. So
awesome. So yeah, definitely check out Daniel, and I've learned a lot from Daniel as well, specifically with the eBay reviews.
yeah.
So the floor is yours. Whatever any last minute tips you'd like to say, and we will this interview.
So I would say that like it's all a process, and there's going to be times you're not going to make sales. There's going to be days where you don't want to do it. And like I said, it's all a part of the process. It's all a part of the struggle. It's all a part of, I would say, just business in general. And like I said, changing your mindset, that's like probably one of the biggest, most powerful tools that I've done. And I've seen like the most benefit from. And just speaking things into existence, give as much as you can. Because I mean, when I realized like, yeah, making the money is cool, but if I'm not giving, like, let's say to a homeless man or to a homeless woman, I mean, different charities, stuff like that. At Panda Express, when they say, hey, do you want to round up to the next 20 cents for this charity? At Goodwill, they say like, hey, do you want to round up like your cent or so to this charity? I mean, I just go ahead and do it. Like it's like 50 cents. I mean, it's just the intent of giving. And the world has a way of like giving you more. So that's one of the things I recommend. Just always being positive, even when things are down. You can't control external factors. So just focus on what you can control, make life more efficient by doing things now, and I guess planting your seeds. So yeah, that's all I'd have to say.
Awesome, Daniel. So I'd like to thank you so much for taking the time of your day out of your Monday to be on this channel.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime, Paulo. You know, we go way back.
Awesome, man.
Way back.
Yep. So with that being said, thank you to everyone on this chat. I want to shout out everyone on this chat. So we started with Thrift Store Gold and a lot of Josh, Tracy, and Nashville Flippers, Noah. I really appreciate you guys. Rosie's Closet and Shimiji's Thrift, and also Mary, who just joined us. So thank you so much for joining us. Definitely subscribe to each other. Definitely subscribe to Daniel, and his links will be down below in the description. And he's also subscribing back as well, as long as it's reselling related. So I'd like to thank you for being here.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me,
Daniel. And yep, until then, we will see you at the next live stream.
1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you all for joining the chat and watching the video. I really appreciate it. you guys didn't have to be here or take the time from your day just to, watch us, but thank you all. I appreciate it very much. I'm sure Paulo does as well. And just to see like the community, a reselling community, and have that support behind us really kind of sparks a fire under my ass. And I just want to get on it and do better. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Is it still going? I think his side froze. Should I thaw him out because he's a little frozen? Let me heat him up. Oh, where'd he go now? Well, hey y'all. Let's see. I guess I'm the last man standing. I don't know what happened.
Okay, I guess we got cut off. Is anyone still on the chat? Can you guys hear me? Feel free to comment. I guess we lost Daniel, but his links will be down below. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below and Daniel will answer them. I will talk to Daniel and see what happened. Oh, here he is. I will talk to Daniel and. Oh yeah, there you are.
Oh yeah, you thought you lost me, huh?
Yeah, it got cut off. So if you want to finish what you're saying, Daniel, sorry, whatever. Yeah, it got cut off. So if you want to finish what you're saying, Daniel, sorry, whatever.
Oh no, I think I said it all.
All right, cool. There's like there's something in the background.
Yeah, it was my phone. I apologize, but I said everything I needed to say.
Okay, because you got cut off on my end, so I didn't finish. I didn't hear what you had to say, but it's all good.
Technology,
Yeah.
Can't do nothing about it.
Okay, with that being said, thank you so much for joining us, Daniel, everyone in the chat. His links will be down below. Definitely subscribe to him, Daniel. I've learned a lot from him, and I've definitely implemented what he talked about with how to get eBay reviews, organically. So definitely subscribe to him, and we will see you in the next live stream. Until then,
thank you, Paulo. Peace.
See you guys. Bye. Have a good Monday.